just think you can flap your yap. No cap, yo, we looking at the facts and stats. Second city gritty to across the map. Put your cleats on your feet while we run some laps. Buckle up your seat while we have some chats. Who the GOAT on the court, pictures and running backs. Plug in your jacks and you're whipping your phone. Shalom, let's get it on, just a set in the tone.
Welcome, everyone, to the Setting the Tone podcast. It's your man, Tone, back again for the Bear Down podcast with my man, J Mac, in the place to be. And today's episode, we're going to talk about the Bears' 29-9 defeat and what we saw, how we feel, what we think is going on. And I look to next week or the future of the team and all of that. So, with that being said, J Mac, what was your instant feelings or reaction after that humbling defeat, the one I didn't see coming? Threw me way off, threw my 10-7 prediction way off. What was your instant feelings to that?
My instant feeling was to actually get Arizona's foot out of my ass, because it was kind of stuck up there, kind of quite a bit far. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that ass kicking that we received, and a bit shocked.
A bit shocked. Yeah, it was one of them. Dude told me today. He said it's over for the Bears.
Yeah, I hate.
I couldn't even respond. Like I just shook my head. Couldn't even respond.
Yeah, because that's how I felt after that. After watching that game.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's how I felt after watching the game. That's how I felt after the slow start again. And yeah.
Let's get into it. Some of your takeaways from the 29-9 defeat. Your top takeaways. What you take away from that game, bro?
We got our ass whooped.
Yeah.
Handily. I gave kudos to the defensive line too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we just gotta. They ain't even need Mighty Mouse, and we're not ready. We're not as good as we say we are. We're not as good
as advertised.
Nah. On
Somebody
paper,
lied to us.
Yeah, a lot of them lied. They all lied. I mean, not even some of the the leaders of the team, the captains, and nobody really stepped up. They came out lackluster again, but to me it just was a must-win situation, and it just came out lackluster, in my opinion.
Yeah. I feel you 100%, brother. I just felt like, the offensive inconsistencies is the main problem. We really hung our defense out to dry without having no offense going on at all. You know what I mean? Like, play calling was terrible. Can't execute in the red zone. I think it's just an evaluation we need to have of both of those, play calling and execution. Drive stalling out so frequently that we get behind the sticks, with bad play calling and bad execution, or we get behind the sticks with penalties. Either way, we get behind the sticks, and we fail from that point on. We just can't do nothing after that.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I don't understand what's the problem with not being able to move the ball, not being able to come up with a suitable game plan for your next opponent, in which you should be able to come up with a decent game plan against an opponent who gives up um, the tops in third down efficiency. They
Yeah,
can't stop anybody on third down, and here we are 2 for 14 on third down. Come on now, what are we doing?
that's
I
sad,
mean,
bro.
they one of the worst teams against the run in the NFL, and
And one of the
what are
worst
we
teams
doing?
against the pass. I think they're the worst against the pass and the second worst against the run or some shit like that. They're not
Well,
good
they
against either.
definitely second worst against the run, and you can't and we can't run the ball against them. I mean, the point differential. There was a negative 44, minus 44 in point differential, and being, as a first place team in the NFC West,
It's
and we couldn't
crazy.
score. We can only score 9 points. I mean, come on now, that's they're not prepared. They're just simply not prepared. They're lackluster, and I don't get it.
Yeah.
The
Quarterback was struggling, man. He just
missing throws.
missing throws, man. I mean, he faced some pressure, but he was still missing open looks, throws, man, just sailing away from him. And his accuracy problem is just still there. It's like, I didn't even see this as a problem when he was drafted, like being inaccurate. But it's a
Well,
problem in the NFL level, on the NFL level,
yeah,
you know?
because you're not going up against you're not going up against top level competition on a college level at all times. In the pro level, everybody is top level. Everybody is elite. Everybody is fast. Everybody's going to get there and cover that space and cover that area. So in some instances you can't lob passes up there. You got to put some zip on it, and them windows close. You know, at the pro level quicker than the college level. So you still
Facts.
adjusting. You still
Facts.
adjusting, but at the same time, you expected you expected growth, and you just expected more. And I'm not seeing it at the moment. So you know, could be coaching, could be his development.
I mean,
It's a number of things.
it's on him and the coaching because I feel like he's regressed a bit these past couple weeks. I feel like I was watching him play and he was waiting for the guys to get open instead of throwing them open. You know, yesterday I saw that
Yeah.
a couple times. Um, I just feel like that's a that's on him and on the coaching. Like his development has to continue. It doesn't stop after week 5. You got to, or after week 6, you got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, in my opinion, that's the level of competition when you
but
playing
he's not
someone.
facing greater competition yesterday than he faced, let's say, the Jaguars and the Panthers. This defense was not greater than their defenses. It's the same
Well,
level of competition.
that defense presented a problem for him, and where
Okay, I'm
he
just
couldn't
saying
get it.
statistically they're just as bad as those other teams, and we didn't execute is the reason why they presented a problem. We didn't execute.
Yeah. But I mean, it's they got to prepare and for the game as well. So they probably presented some different looks to him that that other teams didn't present, to where everybody wasn't getting open in the zone, because they played mostly zone.
Yeah, I saw that,
And
and you could throw somebody open in the zone, throw underneath the coverage, and he just was waiting for them to get open. I'm like, what are you doing, Caleb?
yeah, some just seem off. I mean, in the passing game, even I mean, just off. How can Cole Komet? You got 41 pass attempts. That's not including the dropbacks for um the sacks.
Right.
Over about at least about 50. I'm gonna say at least roughly 50 passing plays called, and Cole Komet don't get one target.
Facts. Cole Kmet should be your check down, or your running back should be your check down. One of them. But I saw a lot of one of my other takeaways. I saw a lot of hero ball. I saw him trying to go for the home run too much instead of looking for those check downs when he's back there scrambling around. Instead of looking for Swift and Komet, he's still trying to find the home run and just throw the ball to one of those guys on the check down and live for the next play. Stop trying to be a home run hitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying.
There was one play in which I seen where he was big game hunting when they was down in the red zone when he missed that pass to Keenan Allen.
Mm-hmm.
But DJ was coming open right up under the middle at the same time. And if he would have hit DJ on that crosser coming across the middle, DJ would have scored as well.
Right.
But, either he missed it or he just going, big game hunting. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just something he needs to work on. Again, he's still a rookie.
Still a rookie, but coaching. Hey, man, let that ball go. Get it to the open man that's already presented himself. Let it go.
Yeah.
Coaching.
Yeah.
I mean, he faced a lot of pressure, 6 sacks, which is way too many for our rookie quarterback. And the offensive line is just in shambles, man. It's just in shambles. It was already a weak line. Then adding injuries to that, it's just in shambles. And they take part of the blame. He's part of the blame. The coaching's part of the blame, and the O-line is part of the blame for how bad we looked yesterday.
As Spruce always alludes to, it's a team effort. It's
a team effort in a defeat.
Yeah,
we all played a part in this loss.
Yeah, and I can see sometimes where he's holding on to the ball too long when he's getting sacked, and sometimes he's getting pressure right away.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he'll just break the wrong way. So. You can see it on all levels.
All levels, man. All levels. They got to address the offensive line in the offseason, free agency, trading, draft, whatever. They got to do something. GM is an offensive lineman, but that's the weakest part of our team. And our trenches on the defensive side were terrible. I ain't know Montez Sweat and Kyler Gordon were missed that much against the run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they are. Especially Montez Sweat. I mean, that really showed yesterday how they just gashed us in the run game.
They had total 213 yards rushing, man. James Conner by himself, 107. That's crazy.
That was their game. That was their game plan. They didn't have to do anything else. They didn't need the passing game. They didn't need Mighty Mouse to run around and find McBride or throw it over they tried a couple of times over the top to Harrison, but they didn't need it.
Yeah, Kyler Murray only passed for 154 yards, no touchdowns. No touchdowns.
They didn't need him.
He only rushed for 6 yards, 2 rushing attempts. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He was just there to facilitate the game, manage the game, hand it off to James Conner, and that was it. And I feel like Kyler Gordon, when he's up in that slot, he's definitely helps out on run defense, and they were just killing us on the run defense. I mean, yeah, that shit was just embarrassing.
It was, but hey, again, we're not as good as we appear to be.
Our 4-4 record says we're average. Our coach says, Coach Eberflus says we're back to 0 now. We're at the halfway point of the season and we're 4-4. So we're back at 0.
Well, I'm tired of starting at 0 at halfway point in the season.
Yeah.
Did we do this last year?
I don't know. Where were we last year after 8 games?
Or we were definitely wasn't
I don't think we were 4-4
4 and
yet.
4.
No, hey, we
No,
had lost 4 straight. We had to make up some ground.
right, but it's how he divides the season in half.
Yeah,
Like that first half don't count.
like that shit sure does
So,
count. Or if we were up, maybe if we were 5-3, we would be +1 going into the second
right,
half of the season,
yeah,
or +2
right,
going into the second
yeah.
half of the season.
And right now we're even.
+2, yeah.
We even right now, so that don't look good, and it don't look good for him either.
Not at all. All I
But
see everywhere on all social media platforms is fire Flus, and we
right,
know the history of the Chicago Bears is they not firing a coach in the middle of the season,
no, not mid season.
not
We
mid-season.
won't get that luck.
That's not how they operate. That's not how they do business, as George McCaskey says.
Nope, we won't get that lucky. Yeah,
Man,
you know the bad part about it. I mean, we won a turnover battle. Again, we won the time of possession. Yeah, that's
what
about the
were we?
only thing good.
What were we in the turnover battle? Can't
Two
remember.
zip.
2-0. Sure was.
Yep. Reddy Stewart with the peanut punch.
I loved it. I loved it. I
Right.
saw like, oh, there you go. He been paying attention.
Yeah. That was the one. I forgot who had the other turnover. I think that was on special teams. Maybe it wasn't, but I forgot. But the one that stood out most was that peanut punch by Reddy Stewart.
Yeah, that stood out to me as well.
And they only scored 3 points off of it. You know, they didn't really get 7, but they at least got 3. They at least got 3.
They got points, man. Our defense gave up more than 21 points for the first time in 13 games, and really first time all season. Of course, if it's the first time in 13 games, but all season I think the average against us was like 14 or something, 14 or 17. I can't remember what the average was against us, but it was below that
Hell,
21.
we only scored 9, so
21, it was over with.
yeah, shit. Even at the average that we give up at 14, we only scored 9, so that's all
Facts.
they really needed.
Look, they had 21 at halftime. Game over right there.
Game over. Technically, game was over at 14. They had us.
Yeah,
So during in this game there's really no bright spots. I mean,
it's
what
none.
what
I wasn't even gonna ask you pick your players of the game. I'm like, there aren't any in my head.
it really ain't. It really there only ain't no players of the game. It's just flashes
Like, who
or
had a standout game? I can't even pull out one person with a
no.
standout game.
It's like somebody's light got lit. That's about it. You know, somebody turned on their flashlight for a quick play, and that's about
Yeah,
it. But other than that, no, it wasn't nothing to single out. It's just horrible. I mean, it's
defense getting gashed so much was just terrible. We had so many lapses. Nobody was in their gap. It was just like, what are y'all looking at? Where are y'all playing? I don't
not
understand.
just that. The offense too, just stagnant. I mean, to me, it's like there's no. I don't know. It's like there's no sense of urgency. You know, to at least score or it's just it's just a muck.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the team stats. It says 6 penalties for 33 yards. Now that doesn't sound like a lot,
No,
but it was because every time I looked around, we were behind the sticks because of a stupid penalty, false start penalties, and shit like that.
No, to me, the one that hurt the most was the unsportsmanlike with Devon with Dexter when he
Yeah,
supposedly pushed off on. Ain't that his second one this season?
I don't like that call though. I don't like that penalty. I don't
I
know. It's
don't
just
like
me.
it either. But at the same time, ain't that his second time being called for that this season?
I don't know, but if it is, he should know better then, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I don't
mean,
even know if that's the second one, but he should know better. If it's his second one, he should know he can't do that move. Just stop it. Try something
because
else.
it took away 3 points and gave them 7.
Facts.
Uh,
They get
and
the ball first down, goal line, and score.
and I was just getting ready to tweet. They're a number one red zone defense, and then that penalty happened, and I had to delete it.
Hey,
I had to
still
delete it.
that penalty don't stop us from being a great defense in the red zone. It's just a stupid penalty.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I mean, they ended up scoring a touchdown off of it, so
yeah, good
yeah,
point. True.
they're kind of hurt,
Undisciplined, undisciplined, undisciplined.
right?
That's us when it comes to penalties. We just undisciplined. We get penalties at the most crucial times, and it's like, ugh, stop it.
Yeah,
We we
and
we
well,
go ahead.
no, I was just gonna ask. I mean, was it me or did it seem as if we like quit at the end, or was the game just out of hand at that moment?
The game was definitely out of hand, and I'm glad you brought that up. Why was Caleb out there still?
Possibly could get injured, and then we're gonna get some more tweets from Pops, and yeah,
Take him out the game, man. It's over with.
yeah, that's coaching malpractice in at its finest.
Malpractice, bro. Straight up. I feel you.
You don't need them out there at that moment. The game was totally out of hand. You're not gonna win. I mean, I can understand if Caleb just the competitive juices. He wants to be out there,
You got to protect him from himself. You're like, nah, man. Game over.
right? But at the same time, he he was out there at the coaches at the behest of the coaches at the coach.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Coaching malpractice. There's so many times in this game where we saw the coaches uh, just play calling in general, where there was flus on defense before halftime, or just Shane Waldron all over the game.
yeah.
Coaching,
I mean, I still don't understand when this team has given up the second most yards, rushing yards. Why not attack that?
we didn't
Why
lean on
not
our
make
rushing
that
game.
more
Facts.
something that they did? They know that they could have gashed us because most teams they don't stick with the running game like
Right.
they did,
Right.
and that's just something that other teams got away from, and they didn't,
And you
and
stick
it
with
showed.
it, you're going to find something. You're going to find pay dirt because the Bears struggling this season stopping the run. If you stick with
Yeah,
it, as the Cardinals did, they's like, we got him.
yeah.
We got
Yeah,
him.
we struggled big time to stop the run,
Facts.
and you can tell when when the competition level goes up because certain players productions dwindles,
Mm-hmm.
they dissipate. So you know I don't know, I ain't gonna knock the kid for his hard work, but you still got work to do, still got
Yeah.
work to do.
I just wish they had a better game plan. It's like you said, run the ball, run the ball. Excuse me. Off of the run, we could have done play action. We could have played the quick game. You know what I mean? Like after we run it, now we got them cheating up, trying to stop the run. Now we can get those quick throws to Keenan Allen and DJ Moore and things like that. But we gotta have an identity. Do you think we have an identity?
Nah, we all over the place right now.
Yeah, that's what I
You
thought.
you started it at first by featuring Swift quite a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then once you get away from it, I mean, and you go into the passing game. Just stick with the running game. Run the ball, and like you said, go with play action off of that.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. I mean, we go away from who we are, and who the fuck are we? So you got all these weapons. All these weapons at receivers. So you want to establish yourself as a passing, a passing attack, but it ain't working.
You
Ain't
can
nobody
do
getting
that
open.
off of the run though. It's like we got these nice shiny weapons on, receivers and tight ends, but run the ball and then you can get them to shine as well. The receivers to shine. Just run the ball. Run the ball.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
That ain't Shane Waldron, and you told me that before the season
No,
started. Some of the
no.
key things you was telling me about Shane Waldron, his red zone offense, and him not committing to the run. And then we also saw the red flags when Jackson Smith and Jigba was like, "Are we live?"
Yeah.
When they asked him about him in the press club. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
we
mean,
saw red flags, and I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt, but like we ain't Seattle. We got these weapons. We
exactly.
got this team, this culture, and I shouldn't have gave him the benefit of the doubt.
And that's another thing that kind of slipped my mind um when Arizona game planned against them, because they're familiar with Waldron in Seattle.
Mm.
So that slipped my mind quite a bit, but they should know how to game plan against Waldron
Hey, I
and
ain't
his
think of it until now. Go ahead.
right. I didn't think of it until now as well. So he should know how to game plan against them, and that's what he did. And then you
Yeah.
game plan against the Bears. You game plan against us in general by running the ball, because we can't stop the run,
Right.
and they exposed that.
And like I said on a previous episode, if team has a good running game, take them out of their running game. Score on them early and often. Now they got to pass the ball. And they take away their strength as far as running against us. But we couldn't take away their strength.
No,
You know,
no, you weren't gonna take that away. They were
because we
gonna
can't
work
score
that.
early. We cannot, for some fucking reason, put together drives early in the game to put major points on the board. It's like our starts are slow as hell, slow as hell. Now we got to play catch up in the points. We got to play catch up on the sticks. Now we can't run
Yeah,
the ball.
right.
You
And
know,
to me it just takes preparation. We're not prepared. I
yeah,
mean, we're prepared to beat the teams we're supposed to beat. But when it comes to teams with winning records, or teams that might be slightly better than you, we're not prepared.
not prepared.
I mean, we just go out there and just lay down for
Another thing I
them.
think I think is a strike against coaching.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when you don't come out prepared against the Packers. It was just something when
The
you
Packers, we
started
ain't
the
even there
season.
yet, man.
No, I'm just talking about a couple of seasons ago when you going up against your rival. I think was it last season,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that we
yeah,
opened the season with the
yep,
Packers,
sure
and
was.
we just laid a fucking egg. I mean, come on now, this is your rival, and you just come out flat like that. Nah, you and we this is constant. This is constantly with a Blues coach team. It seems like
Yeah,
past three
I know
seasons.
of course, we're not on the team. We're not in the locker room, but how do you feel about the morale of the team, the mental toughness of the team? It's like that game last week against the Commanders sucked the life out of the team, in my opinion, from the outside looking in. It just felt like that carried over to this game. And one of my reasons for saying that is I thought we would come into this game on fire. I thought, okay, we're gonna take that game and
Yep.
be super focused, whether it was the coaching or the playing, the execution, and we were gonna be super focused. We were gonna come out and we're gonna put our foot on these dudes. And we came out with a dud, a straight up dud, bro. And I just feel
Yeah.
like are we mentally tough enough to get past moments like that? That Hail Mary to suck the life out of them, or are we just not that mentally tough?
Because apparently we're not that mentally tough. Because to me, the body language told it. You know, especially after missing a few plays, you know, you could just see the slumping, and you know, even after a couple of plays by Doomsday, he's normally like hyped after a nice play, and he was just like, get up, okay, it's regular, let's go.
Right.
He didn't seem hyped to play or hyped to catch the first down. It's yeah, he could have that L could have just sucked the life out of the team. It could have.
Yeah. So, with all that being said, I'm hoping they can learn from this loss, man. It's like,
We on the road again.
yeah, we're on the road again. On the road again.
So, when is Flus is he gonna buck this trend of losing on Sundays in the road game?
Is he gonna buck this trend of losing on the road?
Well, he's actually won on the road,
I'm talking about
but
this season. All that other shit is in the past. This
you talking
season,
about this
yeah.
season? Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
These are the ones that
yeah,
matter
this
right now.
yeah, because you gotta reel this team in. You got too
Yeah.
much talent for it to be wasted.
Look,
Um,
if he wastes this talent on this season, this will be his last season. The Chicago Bears front office will have to make some coaching decisions at the end of the season. If this team is below 9 wins, if this team does not make the playoffs, if this team keeps trending in the wrong direction, if this team, if he loses the locker room, any of those things, they got to make a coaching decision at the end of the season. Simple as that. Other teams firing their coaches in the middle of the season. I just saw Dennis Allen get fired today. Um, I just saw Lou Getsy get fired today or yesterday. So the Bears, of course, not going to do that, but from their history, but they're gonna have some decisions to make if they don't turn this thing around this season. Simple as that.
right? They will.
As
And
fans, I mean, we're pretty much frustrated, and I know the players play the game for themselves and for each other, but you also play the game for the fans. I mean, without the fans, there is nothing. So we frustrated with this.
true.
That's for the front office. That's not for the players. Players play for themselves and each other, but the front office got to be trying to make the fans happy, right? You would think, or they just like, nah, take their money. They gonna give us the money
I
anyway.
I um I believe Fluke's gone after this season. That's just my belief.
hmm
And if he's not, I think Kevin Warren. I think Kevin Warren's going to get involved.
Yeah,
So at some point, I think Kevin Warren's going to get involved, and I think Fluke's gone. Ain't no ifs, ands, no buts about it.
so he gone.
That right. The Hail Mary kind of sealed it, and
hmm
the team coming out flat, right after that, to me, kind of sealed it as well. I mean, you just You just adding on to it.
So what if he makes the playoffs? Is he still gone?
I would say so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, fuck that, because you still making the same mistakes, and even this your third season, and you're still making the same mistakes.
Yeah, that's one problem with me. If you're making the same mistakes as a coach, being in the league, being a head coach for 3 seasons, that's a problem.
Yeah, you ain't got to
But
watch the tape on that.
I also think making the playoffs might be his saving grace. Because look, if you make the playoffs, that means you did something different. You turned something in your season around. And the Bears eating that 1 year on this contract of a playoff team doesn't seem normal for them.
I don't know.
You don't know. You're like, nah, fuck that. Get him out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I can feel, I mean, he's a nice guy. You know what I mean? But
Man, forget all that nice guy shit, man. It's a
right,
business.
exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a
It's
business.
It's a results-based business, and your results, it ain't flusing right now.
It
So
ain't flusing.
nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I mean, so like yesterday, just think he used all 3 of his timeouts by what 7 and some change in the game. Sometimes you don't even fucking use them. They just go to
Last
waste.
week he wouldn't even use the timeout to get his guys in check,
Right.
get his guys in order. But he gonna
Right.
use them all.
You gonna use them all, every last one of them by 7 and some change in the game. I mean,
That's what you
come
call
on now.
overcorrection, because he knew he should have used the timeout last week.
Yeah.
Now he like, I'm gonna use them all. Fuck it.
Yeah. And when you know that, and sometimes even when it was paying to him on the sidelines, I mean, my man, he just looked like lost. Like, what the fuck are we out here doing? And you can see him with his hand on his mouth, like he want to bite his lip, and almost like Shane Waldron was when he was just over there trembling, making play calls.
Shaky Shane.
Right. He's in over his head, and I think he can feel that his head coaching
His
his
days are
first head
numbered.
coach, right, is this number.
Yeah. So
Let
let's
me
get.
let
Go
me
ahead.
ask you this real quick. Since we own him in his losing streak, hey, because even the broadcasters brought this up. When
Mm-hmm.
is the last time we won a Sunday game on the road?
Jacksonville.
Actually, no.
We was in London, right?
No, a Sunday game on the road in
That
which,
that wasn't on
uh,
Sunday.
yeah, that was on Sunday, but we was actually the home team.
We were still on the road, man. Stop playing semantics.
No, but I mean, I told you then, we was considered the home team then.
I understand what we were considered. I remember that, and when I said what I said, I took that in consideration when I said it. But that shit was a road game for both teams, man.
Yeah.
But go ahead. What you trying to get at, man?
No, it was just the last road game that we have won as a team on a Sunday was Matt Nagy days. The 26th of December when Nick Foles had that late touchdown to Jimmy Graham.
Uh-huh.
That was the last game we won on a
So,
Sunday.
what was the one road game we won under Eberflus? Was that a Thursday night game or something?
Yeah, I think that was either the Monday. The last one was, I think, the Thursday night game against
New
Washington.
England, Washington.
Yeah, the New England game was a Monday night game.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, yeah. So it was just something that that the broadcasters brought up. So I just had to go check that out and actually go see when the last time we won a game on Sunday on the road.
Yeah. Now you know it's a road game, so I ain't even listening to the broadcasters. I ain't even listening to them. I don't mess with them road broadcasters. But
It's gonna be one of this. I mean, we got one. We got one this next one. See if Flus come through with a road
yeah. I did read that the majority of the crowd was probably Bears fans.
in Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona. So it's like our home away
Yeah.
from home.
Right.
Because you have a
Yeah.
lot of transplants or whatever you call that, people who move there from other cities. And then I read that like 37% of the tickets that were sold were from the state of Illinois, things like that. And Bears
Right.
fans travel from other cities as well. So I heard that we had the crowd. It was a home away from home, but it was a road
Yeah,
loss.
because I was looking in the crowd. You know, it was like pretty much 50-50. It's
Okay,
like every Cardinal fan that they showed, you seen a bear, a bear jersey or two.
that's
So
crazy.
yeah, travel well, travel pretty well. We gonna need that up there in New England.
So let's look at this game real quick. So, like we said, Kyler Murray didn't hurt us. His running game hurt it. That was part that hurt us. Caleb Williams didn't do himself any favors. 41 passing attempts, 5.3 yards per pass, 217 yards, 6 sacks for 45 yards. Our running game was trash. 23 carries for 69 yards, three yards a carry. Yeah,
Not good
Roma
enough.
Dunze had a pretty nice game as far as receiving goes. You
Yeah.
know, I like that. I like
Okay.
that from him because he had been looking. He was missing in action the past couple of weeks, in my opinion.
When
You
to me,
know,
it's a lot of people missing in action in that offense. So you got, in my opinion, we just got too many weapons. I mean, for at least somebody got to be featured. Somebody got to be featured at least once.
look, that's coaching. Goes back to coaching. You got
Yeah,
to make a game plan that takes advantage of the defense. All right, we playing this team this week. They're poor against the run. Swift got to be featured. All right, this team is poor against the pass. Get DJ Moore, Rome, and Dunze the ball. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. That's just coaching,
right.
man.
Yeah, like this week, New England is weak against the run. They they've given up the the second most yards in the run game.
I need to see Swift with 25 carries. I need to see Swift with 25 carries, being the workhorse, gashing them for big yards, running off the clock, running down the clock, all of that. I need to see him coming out the backfield, getting passes out the backfield. Man, all of that. I need to.
I mean, what's with the non-usage of Khalil Herbert? I mean, at least get the man a few runs.
I mean, but they told him to go
Yeah,
look for a trade, so you don't want him on the field right now. You want him to be healthy so he can get that trade.
that's
So
tomorrow. So
yeah,
I'm with you. At one point in time, you was like you don't like the way Rojo runs, and just watching him a little bit more, I ain't too impressed with his running style either.
yeah. I'm not feeling his running style, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm not feeling his running style either. So,
he
you
doesn't have
know,
vision. He doesn't have a cut or jump move. Um, he's not quick. He's not fast. He's a
uh,
power back and one trick pony. Get us to 1 or 2 yards. That's it.
yeah. And to me, he liked to dance around too much in the
He
hole.
dance in the backfield too much,
Yeah,
and you're not
and
quick enough to dance like that.
right, to be a power back, you got to hit the hole, and you got to
Hit
hit
the
it hard,
hole, hit it hard, hit it quick. Yep.
and he not.
But yeah,
So
we definitely missed Montez Sweat. The
mhm.
pressures. We had 3 sacks, right? Yeah, we had 3 sacks, but we didn't put a whole lot of pressure on him. I don't feel like. Um,
No, well, we didn't have a chance to because they were too busy running the ball down our
we
fucking
didn't
throat.
stop the run around the edges or up the middle.
No, no,
We could
not
have
at
used
all.
Sweat for that.
Especially on the edge.
Yeah.
especially on the edge. And man, we got a key injury along the defensive line with Big Bill.
Big Bill got hurt for sure. Left the game early.
Yeah.
Ah, who do
I
we
think
plug in for him?
you ain't got no choice. You're gonna have to platoon Pickens and Coward.
Yeah. Is Pickens ready?
He played.
He played, but is he ready is my question.
Nah, he ain't.
He
He ain't. He ain't ready.
ain't ready.
That's again. That just takes me back to Dexter. He flashed early, and he ain't flashing no more. The competition level is stepping up. So I need to see that start that you had in the beginning of the season. I need to see that start to pick up, especially now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play against stiffer competition, they're gonna block you better. So you gotta try something different. Try some different moves or whatever.
We
As the season
especially need it
goes,
now.
yeah, as the season goes, you're gonna wear down. So you might not be able to use your quickness, so you might have to use more power or whatever. Just try something different.
Yeah, because again, we definitely gonna need it now because we going into division play,
Right.
and we
And
definitely we can if we can get to Jordan Love, he can throw some picks.
yep,
If we can pressure um if we can pressure Golf, he's prone to throw picks. I don't know what it is against Golf against the Bears, but I don't know. He sees ghosts against us.
he's playing a different style this season, so I don't know if those picks are going to happen. Before he was looking for the deep ball when we were getting those picks on him. He's playing a quick game right now. He's taking the quick reads and he's getting the ball out of his hand fast, all the underneath stuff, and letting the playmakers do the job. That's why he has so many completions right now. So can we adjust to that is the question, because he's playing a different style than he did last season, and he's looking good doing it.
Okay, because I haven't watched him too much this year, but I
Mm-hmm.
have kept up with a few stats of his that he is leading in the NFL in completion percentage
Yeah,
at
yeah,
74%. So yeah, he's doing something right up there.
yeah. They changed his style a little bit. Like, go
Okay,
ahead and take the quick stuff and let them do the rest. We ain't got to get these interceptions. We ain't got to get these turnovers. You ain't got to stand back there and take these hits. Get the ball out. That's
okay,
coaching. That's coaching.
yeah,
You know.
that's putting your players in position.
Yeah.
Because everybody um, expect you to coach one style as they did last year, looking for the deep ball and going intermediate across the middle.
Right.
And when you switch that up now, you can go either or. So
Right. If the
yeah,
deep shit presents itself, go for it. But we gonna go for this short stuff. So yeah.
yeah,
And they
they
kicking teams' asses.
they seem real complete this year.
Yeah, they surprising me, but I'm still fuck the Lions. I'm still not a
Oh,
believer
definitely,
until I see it with my own two eyes.
definitely, always. Even when I do see it, it's still fuck the Lions.
Still fuck the Lions.
Right.
Facts on facts.
Any of them from the NFC North. Definitely fuck the Packers, the Lions, and the Vikings. Nah,
The kittens,
no
the
love
White
lost here.
Queens, and the
Right.
shit
There you
Packers.
go. There you go. No love lost here. That's how we do.
So next week's game, the Bears come in favored, started at 7-point favorites, now they're 6.5-point favorites.
Really.
Uh
At this point, I don't even believe it. I wouldn't even
seven
put
point
money
favorites
behind
is some crazy work for the Bears to be, man.
it. Yeah.
That's
I wouldn't
wild as
even
hell.
nah. I would take the Patriots and the points at this point. I would definitely take the Patriots and the points. I
Two
mean,
and seven Patriots, 4-4 Bears. What are the keys to the Bears having a victory?
run the ball.
Wait, this ain't a road game. It's a home game for us.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm looking at the game information right now. It's a home game.
Okay. Okay, well, good. Okay, then Flus will maybe the team will get some bounce back
Hey,
this game.
4-0 at home,
You know,
undefeated at the crib. Maybe that's why we're 6.5-point favorites, because
okay,
the
okay,
Patriots are 1-4 on the road.
okay. Well, I can feel that now. Now I can approve the 7 point favorite. Yeah, I can understand it now because if we was on the road, then no.
Yeah,
And I can see us coming out and actually playing with a sense of urgency. That's what I would like to see us come out and play with a sense of urgency.
it's been a month since we had Jaquan Brisker. This might be the time he comes back after his
Yeah,
concussion.
yeah. This would be a good game because I'm still. I mean, I'm still worried about that offensive line. I mean, it's patchwork right now.
Yeah, Braxton Jones is out, right?
Braxton Jones is out. Wright is out.
Darrell Wright
Uh,
is out. Yeah, Amagaji, the backup, is out.
yeah. So and this would be a good game for Bates to come on out off the injured reserve and get plugged in into the right guard and probably flex Pryor out to one of them tackle positions.
You think Larry Borum gonna keep that spot?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
He didn't do too bad because I seen a lot of pressure. To me, a lot of pressure is coming from the right side yesterday.
yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, Borum didn't look too bad. This is fourth
Nah,
season,
he
right?
did. Yeah, yeah. And another thing that we didn't touch on, they had 16 different pressures on Caleb from 16 different players to put
Shit,
pressure on Caleb.
that's crazy,
16.
man.
That is crazy. 16 different players to put pressure on them. That means you was bringing them from everywhere.
Yeah, and that's just smart coaching. You got a rookie quarterback back there for the Bears. Confuse them, give them different looks, make them think a little bit longer.
But
And you got
to
a
me,
weak offensive line from the Bears. That's gonna fuck them up too.
they was on the same coaching staff, so we know who the better coach was, I suppose. We know who the better coach was.
As the Fire Flus campaign continues on,
Yeah,
Bears are 3-5 in the last 5 games. 3-2 in the last 5 games. 2 losses in a row. We got to get off this schneid, man. We got to get a win.
yeah. It's not a good feeling. It's one of them. I just feel mucky on the inside.
It's
It's
crazy.
just
Of all the games this season, this was the most convincing loss.
yeah, it
All
was.
the other losses, the other 3 losses, we had a chance.
Yeah,
This one we had
that's
no chance.
we had no chance at all. And
That's
the
crazy against the
Cardinals,
Cardinals.
they erased that in the first half.
Yeah. 21
They
points in the
erased,
first half.
they erased that hope in the first half. And the last touchdown right before half, that was just pretty much the icing on the cake.
Yeah, it was
But
over right there. I was like, oh, shit.
we couldn't even get a field goal after that. So yeah, I mean here we are. We look. I mean we're supposed to look better. I know we got a whole new offense, new team. I mean a couple of
Yeah,
new
but
players plugged in.
All that.
Same
That should be
results.
we should be looking like that the first few weeks of the season. We're in week 9 now.
Yeah, and we still look like that.
We should be looking better,
Hmm.
not regressing. We should be
No,
building on those other games, learning from that, and looking better. It's like, what's the point of playing if you ain't gonna get better?
yeah. I mean, and that just makes me that just takes me back to their OC search. You know, everybody that they interviewed, with the exception of maybe Kubiak, the first 2 weeks Kubiak took was lights out, but after that he done fizzled out. But
Right.
if you look at Cohen, he's blossoming down there in Tampa Bay. Um, Kingsbury, Cleans, however you say his name,
Cliff Kingsbury. Yeah.
right. He's definitely blossoming in Washington. Um, who else did they interview for the OC?
Um, I can't even remember.
It was quite a few, but those couple of names stood out, and they standing out now because their offense is, to
Clicking.
me, yeah, it's clicking, and it's producing more than the Bears,
Yeah.
and they got less talent. So that's the way I look at it. And
I got a question for you. If we switch coaches at the end of the season, do we hire a veteran or do we go for a rookie head coach?
um, to me, the best veteran is gone, in which that was Dan Quinn. And I think Dan Quinn learned this lesson down there in damn Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he would have been the best coach because him and what's his name? Him and Caldwell had a game plan. Those veteran coaches, to me, they have a game plan on how they're gonna go forward with the team. With a rookie head coach, you might be in guessing again, like you did with like you're doing with Flus,
Nagy.
like you did with Nagy, like you did with Tressman. So I mean, I don't know, man.
Look,
That's kind of hard. It's
we've
kind of
already
hard.
tried the rookie head coach thing 2 coaches in a row. And I know Ben Johnson looks good out there on calling the plays on offense for the Detroit Lions. But I don't want to try the rookie head coach thing again, man. I want to get a veteran that understands both sides of the ball, in-game situations, adjust to the game as it goes, not wait until halftime and things like that. I need a veteran coach that knows the game inside and out. Bam. So we can just go ahead and hit the ground running.
Okay,
Got
so with you saying that, that leaves two veterans, and they're both one is a disciple of the other, and that's Mike Vrabel and Belichick.
and I would have been
That's
okay with either one of them being our head coach this season when they were available in the offseason. But yeah,
unless there's another veteran out there that you're thinking of.
I mean, there might be a veteran coming available in the offseason. We don't know, or I can't think of any right now. Nah, I don't have one on my mind. I'm just asking. Should
Of
we
those that's
just
available. I mean, uh, and
should we
you
go
got
veteran route or rookie head coach route? That's all I'm
uh,
asking.
you know what? Go with I will go with the rookie. You got the rookie to go with your to grow with your quarterback, and you get a rookie offensive minded head coach like us, Ben Johnson, and I would like to see Caleb grow that way with a good rookie head coach. Because right now I don't think Shane Waldron would be that dude.
No, I ain't thinking Shane Waldron either. Shit.
No, I don't think Shane Waldron would be that dude
Shane Waldron,
because
he leaving when Flus leave. Their whole staff gone.
yeah, yeah, because I actually thought Shane Waldron would come in and um, kind of like solidify this offense, at least get it going, so we can have an offensive identity. And here we is, week 9, and we don't. And
Oh,
we still discussing having an offensive identity. So
only coach I wouldn't mind seeing the Bears retain would be Eric Washington on as the defensive coordinator.
I like Hightower too.
He's
I,
cool.
I
He's cool.
To me, Hightower is one of those coaches that will take accountability for um, for shit that go wrong with the team. And I honestly thought that if Flus was to get fired mid-season, that that he would be a good candidate to take over as
As
head
the
coach.
interim, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I really like him. I really
Now I'm
like
looking
him.
at the Bears. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I like Washington swag.
Yeah, I like his whole demeanor. He seems like he's about business. He ain't playing around with you. Let's go ahead and get this done.
Yeah, I can see that from him as well.
Yeah,
I can see that too.
but at the same time, we had the whole Tariq Stevenson gaff, and that's Eric Washington's side of the ball. Like, why isn't your guy prepared? Why isn't your guy focused? Why isn't your guy disciplined? That's got to fall on the coaching too, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, if he noticed, he can. I ain't. I don't know. That's to me. That's a whole. That's the coaching staff as a whole. I mean, not just him, because obviously he didn't see it either.
No, I mean before then, before it happened, what I'm saying is it shouldn't happen because you got your guys focused. You got your guys disciplined enough where shit like this should not happen. They they look at you and they be like, let me get on this motherfucking ball because I ain't trying to hear coach. Let me make sure
Right.
or coach put into their head, hey, the game ain't over till it's all zeros. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's all I'm saying before it happened. The the coaching.
But just to answer your question, I was thinking maybe he would defer to Flus in that situation. You know, like
Nah, Fluke's the play caller, but he's still the defensive coordinator. He's still got to be. He's still a guy that's with those guys every day. He's with them every day, in their ears, in their faces.
right. I mean, only reason why I say that because it
It's
just
it's
seems like everything just feel like it goes through the Flus.
no,
You know
it's
what
on
I'm saying?
Flus as well, being the head coach, being the CEO, being the manager of the team. But
Hmm.
being the defensive coordinator, you got to take some of that responsibility. You got to take some of that accountability. You got to be responsible for those guys being on the right page, on the same page, in the moment until it's over. You, the
Right,
defensive coordinator.
right. I understand what you're saying, but maybe Flus don't allow him to, you know,
That's wild
uh,
if he don't. I wouldn't
right,
even speculate that. I wouldn't even guess this Flus doesn't allow him to be the coach.
right, and
He- just because he's not the play caller doesn't mean he's not the coach.
well, I mean, but you know how some people's egos they get in the way
Yeah, and
because
Flus seems to have an ego.
right, and you already see when he hired Eric Washington right away, yeah, who's going to be making play calls? I am instantly. So as you might actually have too much on your plate. Let them you hire him as your coordinator. Let the man do his job, and,
Right.
and that's something that you brought up. That Blue seems like the one that he has an ego.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who knows?
All right.
Who knows?
Well, that's all I have for today, man. Appreciate you coming through on the
Yes, sir.
episode.
Thank you for having me, sir. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem, bro.
It's just
Always.
good to talk out this L
Yeah,
Get it out the system a little bit.
out of our system. Talk about it, get it out of our system. Great talking football with you, man, as usual. I love picking your brain, getting your perspective of it all. And it adds to my overall outlook of our team. And that's it for me, man. You got anything you want to leave us with?
Nah, man. Go Bears.
Go Bears. I'll catch you next time, bro.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.